I'm Erin Reed Makes, and welcome to the Save the Crafty YouTuber Hop. Today we're going to make the wonderful, cute three-fold card with some wonderful stamps and dies from Lawn Fawn and from our also other sponsors of Simon Says Stamp and Super Tight Glue. Here are the rest of the sponsors you can see here. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for my channel, and also to follow the next person in the hop, which the link is down below. And if you are just now joining us on how to learn how to make this cute little card, then welcome. And without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I did is I took a sheet of paper and I cut it down long ways. So I faced it so that it was cut down the length. This is 11 by 4 1/4, and all the measurements are going to be down below in the information section. I'm now going to take this sheet of paper and I'm going to cut it to be 10 inches by 3.5 inches. And then all you need to do is fold this in half. If you would like to get out a bone folder or anything like that, you're more than welcome to do so. Just fold that in half. So we're going to cut off another section of the other portion of the card. This is off 2 3/4 and save this. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold over, and this is a really quick way to show how to do some folding. So we're going to score right here. Now what if you don't have a scoring tool? Really easy thing. All you have to do is line it up with your paper trimmer. Now, if you've got a little groove right here, you can take your finger. I have a fingernail right here. You could take just a bone folder, something, just to create your crease. And that is where we're going to fold our card. All I'm doing now is I'm taking my super tight adhesive with the watercolor paper pad from Lawn Fawn, because we're going to make this an under the sea kind of card. And I am applying adhesive using my super tight Max glue pen. And both these companies are sponsors for this, a wonderful event, which I think is fantastic. So I am laying that down. The last thing I need to do is lay down the mat for this back sheet as well. So just applying my pen. This glue is fantastic because it does not have any of the harmful chemicals that you can find in some of the other adhesives, and it's really inexpensive. So down below are going to be all the links to all the supplies I am using, so you can get yourself some as well. All right, so as you can tell, this is the perfect mat for this particular card, and then I'm going to glue this down as well. So I had to put down this paper first before I did the rest of my card. It just lays down right there, so it acts as a secondary mat, just like that. So just apply the mat to the back paper here. Now I'm going to apply this front flap right here. So I'm just going to apply my glue right to this space, get all the way to that edge, and then stick this flap down. And this is how our card is laying out. Very fun. Now it's time to add all the embellishments. All right, so I wanted to show you what the next step is. I took a sheet of just that scratch paper, and I also cut another mat. So we're going to do the front section of our card. And on the back side, I just went ahead and drew in some little waves, and we're going to cut those out. I'm going to do this a little bit off here. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to apply my glue. This time I'm going to do the fine tip glue because I really want it to be nice and flush. Right up against that edge there. Just come in all around all the edges, and then glue this right to that front little section I have here. And so now we have this cute little mat of these waves. I went ahead and made one little shark with matching some of the colors that we had going on here. So I'm going to really quickly show you how to do that. It's so super simple to create this little shark. We're going to stamp it with our Simon Says Stamps ink. Get that on there, and I will die cut out that shark later to be used later in the card. So sometimes if my practice one turns out to be awesome, I will use it again later. I have my Arteza pens here. These are these Everblend markers. Starting off with a lighter color, this was the Arctic Blue. I just kind of looked at the color story and went, what's a good, nice color? And then I did some swatching, and I love the combination of those colors. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to start with coloring the entire top of my shark with the lighter color. I'm just going to speed through this part. All right, now I'm going to come in with the darker color and just do a nice little line, just kind of right across the bottom here. It does not have to be super dark. And just do a little line. Nothing fancy. It gives that darker color. Go back in with my lighter color now and go back over top and also do the fin. Now is where you start blending this color. And every time I do one of these, it's going to look a little different. And I actually like the blending that I did better on this one. I did also grab my blending brush. So if you feel it's not quite blended in as much as you want to, you can come in and add a little bit more blending. And now we're going to die cut this out. Just To show you, this is just a magnetic sheet that I have sitting out here. So as I'm working with these small little stamps, I can place them on here, and this is little dies, and they won't go shifting around on my desk. All right, the last thing I'm going to do before I glue this on is I'm just going to add a little bit of some interest, just some like little white caps. Just going to outline this just to make it look like it's got some wave action happening, and go ahead and glue this down as well. Now I'm going to add a little bit of some glue to the back of my shark just to stick it down. All right, so all I did is I pulled out the little Donna, because we're going to have some other sentiments happening on the other pages, and we're just going to do a tiny little sentiment, just says Donna right here in the corner. So the front needs a little bit more, and it's super simple to add a couple things. The one Donna, you know, it's Donna, Donna, you can add some more to it. So we're going to add one more. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a couple little birds to the sky. So we'll do a bigger one and then a smaller one. Just something nice and like little seagulls off in the distance. And then lastly, I've already stamped from the same stamp set. There was a whole bunch of little things. I mean, we've already used the big one and the Donna. So I'm going to put the Donna away. Just makes you want to watch Jaws by hearing Donna, Donna. It's awesome. And I want to add a little fishy in there. So I went ahead and pulled out a couple more colors. I just pulled a couple more greens, apple green and a pale green. And I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to color the fish. So I'm just going to do a single stripe with a darker color, and then I'm going to come in with a lighter color and blend in around it, really kind of heavily emphasizing that line. You know, if you look at a fish, they usually kind of have a darker line kind of in the center. They're not all one solid color. I mean, you could totally color this, the whole thing. It's just adding a little bit of something. And the next one is the shark's fin, and it's a simple line kind of right through here. You don't even have to hug it super close. We're going to use this fin later on. I'm just showing you how to do all the coloring really fast. And then come in and color the rest. Pick up and blend with that one color right there. And then come in with your blending tone and really kind of blend it in. All of these bubbles were from the paper I'm stamping these on, were the extras when I was cutting out the smaller flap. And as I'm doing the bubbles, I'm going to take the two darker colors of the green, or of the blue, sorry. I could do a little bit of the green if I wanted to. And I'm just alternating which bubbles are which. So I'm going to take one of my little fishies and just a little bit of some glue, and just pop it right onto there. And that is the beginning of our front. So just like we did with the waves on the front of the card, we're going to mimic that on this little place right here. I love the wet glue. If I don't put it down perfectly the first time, I can always come back and kind of alter it. What I'm going to do now with this piece is I'm going to go darker, so a little bit lighter to a little bit lighter, and I'm going to add waves going all the way across, and make sure they're not perfectly exact. So my next one, I'm going to do a little bit shorter, just like this, and then cut them out and then glue them down. And then my last one here. And just like before, we're going to add a little bit of some like crests, like the waves, so just follow it out. So I already have all of my shark fins. There we go. I also want to put some fish on this side, and then we can add a little fish onto this side as well. Go ahead and glue it down. And just give it a little bit like there's something, he's got some water actioning happening, like he's cresting through the water. And then we're going to add our birds up at the top. So just like before, kind of our big bird, and then just a little bit of a smaller bird. Just to add, so it looks like the sky is coming down with the shark fins, and then we have that. So it's just a nice little, like here we have something, and then it's kind of continuing the action, little scene, and now we're going to move on to the rest of the card. All right, for the next level of the card, we're going to do some jellyfish and some starfish that came from this cute little stamp set, also from Lawn Fawn. So I picked out my blending brush, and then I have a couple of, there's a pink and a light peach and a really light peach. And I'm going to start off with the darkest color first. So I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of some color right here to the tips of my starfish. Now I'm going to go to the darker peach tone and come in and add just to the tips. It's like it's just to the star. Get it to start blending, and then go to my lightest one and go ahead and fill it all the way in. Your blending tool is your friend on this. It's what's going to give you all those wonderful layers, and the more you go in right now with the lightest one, it will actually do the blending for you. You don't even need to use the blending tool if you don't want to. if you just want to kind of lighten up a section. It's just a little too dark, but just use that and really blend in those colors that you've added together, that pink and that darker peach, and blend it into the center. Now, if you can see, I've already played around with the jellyfish here. What I'm doing is I'm using my blending tool and then 2 purples. And these purples this is periwinkle and lavender. And just to show you the difference, they're kind of very similar in terms of their color. They're kind of in similar tones, but not similar tones, both purples. And it really doesn't matter which one you start with. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking, and it works with either one of these colors, roughing it out here, just like that, add a little bit into the tentacles. Now I come in with the other color and I blend on top. And it really doesn't matter which one I do which. There's not really any one that's lighter than the other. So it does not matter too much, and kind of blend in. And I'm leaving just this last little section over here white, and then just kind of go over the tentacles again. Now the blending brush is going to do its job. It's going to kind of bleach it out. It's going to pull some of these really interesting colors here. It's going to almost kind of give you that kind of bluish tone that's in there. I think it's so cool. This was just an accident that I figured this out. But it really reminds me of a jellyfish. So I'm going with it. I'm playing with it, and I'm having fun with it. And I've kind of gone through, really get into these little bubbles here, just to make them white. Come in with those tentacles, blend them out. You can always come in and add more color. Can't really take color away, but you can add more. I need a little bit more in this corner. I didn't quite add enough. So I'm just going to come in with one of the colors right there, just like that, and then come in with the white again, or the blending tool again. It's not really white. And it gives you that kind of neat transparency look that jellyfish has. I'm just going to go ahead and die cut these out. And I'm using that watercolor paper, and it's got some tones that are a little bit darker, so I'm popping those at the bottom here. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure, and I've got my little jellyfish here, is I don't want to see my jellyfish. And I'm thinking I'm going to need 3 or 4. So let's see if that, look at that, perfectly hides, right? So let me get that stamp out of there. I'm going to go ahead and glue all these little guys down. There we go. And then we've got our little sentiment. Don't forget, leave a comment to get your prize, and don't forget to go to the next person whose link is down below. What I've done is I've taken some of the yellow paper that came from this kit, and it's going to give us a sand. So it's at the bottom of the ocean now. And all I did is I took a little bit of, here's another one, and all I did is I went here. Now, I'm low here, so I have to be low on this end. This side I'm going to start out low, and then dip, and come up. And when I cut this, hopefully I did it correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue again. And then we're going to take our white pen again and just line this just like that. I don't know if you can really see it too much. And then we can nestle in our little sand stars, and that's going to also help determine that we've got layers here. So we can pop our little sand stars. Before this fully sets, we're going to have one hanging out here. I think we're just going to do 4. And then we have that super cute stamp set that says, "You're a star." So we're going to use that. And now we're on to our final page. And what I've done is I've taken the other half of one of the pieces that angle cut that we have, and it'll act as the sand for the bottom of this page. And then stamp it down. You are awesome. And there it is. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with a black pen. I just feel like it needs a little bit of something, and just add a little bit of stitching action on all of my white borders. So I hope you enjoyed my cute little card with all its fun little fishies on there, and I'm so jelly. I did went ahead and add one more bubble up here, and I also added some of the white onto the sand on this one after I did all the stitching. I think that stitching really made everything pop and make it look like it was separate scenes on every single little fold out. This is a 3-fold card that's got a little bit of a fun flap in the front and fun little scenes that you can use to open up that you could do with just about any stamp set. But today we used our Lawn Fawn 2 Lawn Fawn mini stamp sets and combined them together because they all had something to do with being under the sea. I have a live card making Wednesday series. So if you want to come by and check me out on Wednesdays, we'll be creating cards live every Wednesday. And don't forget to leave a comment for your chance to win some amazing prizes from some of the people that we used today, including Lawn Fawn, Simon Says Stamp, and Super Tight Glue. Fantastic stuff. Don't forget to hop on to the next person. A link is down below, along with all the supplies that we used today. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by.